Damn you.
We are live.
Oh, we are?
We are live. Not live on like Facebook.
Oh.
I ain't about that life yet. But this is the Lane Change Podcast, episode 2. Episode 2. This week's episode is sponsored by Nobody.
Once again.
If you would like to be a sponsor on the show, please reach out to us on Gmail, Facebook, anything like that. We would love to have you on. Today in the studio is just myself, Robin, and AJ.
Hello.
Everybody else is out spending time with their family and doing things. We had nothing better to do today.
Yeah, no, I told you we're changing it to the light skin podcast.
Today is sponsored by the Light Skin, the Light Skin podcast. So what's going on, man? How's everything going now?
That was good.
Yeah?
Good. Yeah, you?
Man, I'm good, man.
Yeah.
I'm good, man. Just, like I said, spent all morning trying to put together videos for the podcast.
You thought it was going to be easy.
I might need a new computer. Like, I'm uploading some stuff. I'm like, this is taking hours. Like what?
It's like the work computers.
Yeah, really. That's exactly what it's like. And I got a pretty beefy computer, but I'm just like, I might have to go out and get something else for this. So we have a lot to talk about today.
Okay.
I'm going to start off talking about the referee.
Oh, yeah.
Who I guess thought it was a good idea to tell that guy to cut off his braids. Now, I didn't read the article because...
if you Google his name,
Yeah.
it's a list of stuff. Alec Bruni.
See, I kept hearing that and reading he used to be a racist. I mean, probably still is a racist, clearly. But it's like, if you have one or two incidents, why are you still, being a referee?
Well, the thing with me, I've read it. My son wrestles.
I was going to say, your son does wrestle.
He wrestles. And the whole cap situation, I've seen kids, I guess it's different since he's little. And when you get bigger, it might be different.
What's the cap? What do you mean cap?
Like if you have long hair, it's like a shower cap. I've seen kids with long hair tuck their hair in and put the cap on.
Yeah.
And then put their earmuffs on.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, the earmuffs.
But I read the article and he said it wasn't legal. Mm-hmm. It wasn't attached to the cap or the earmuffs to protect their ears.
Yeah.
But I've never seen something that's attached. It's always they put the cap on, then their little ear things. Take the ear things off, then take the cap off.
Okay.
I've never seen one attached at all.
Okay. Yeah, that's
so.
All right.
But he got suspended.
He did get suspended. I thought he got fired.
Did he get fired?
He might have gotten fired.
Because I know I saw an article that maybe he did get fired. But to make the kid cut his dreads right there.
That shouldn't even be an option. It should be either, you can't wrestle unless you figure out something to do with your hair. And then if you came back, like I said, with the cap thing and it would suffice, you should be good to go. But why do they even do that though with their hair? Because so he doesn't get pulled? Or is there an advantage to having long hair?
I've never seen it. Like I said, my kid's small. He's 9. I've seen kids with long hair. I don't see where the advantage is. Because there's certain moves you can't do and can't not do.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not talking talking MMA.
Yeah, you know what I mean? They're not actually pulling their hair back.
Yeah.
But that kid, did you see the kid was getting ready to cry.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I've had long hair, so I kind of know where he's coming from.
But he won the match anyway.
He won the match. It was before the video even finished, I was like, he's going to win the match. Yeah. And then showed him wrestling, I'm like, oh, he's going to win. He's going to win. He's going to, dig down deep inside. He's like, I'm going to show the white man. Mm-hmm. My hair has nothing to do with it.
But it was good to see his teammates, because you don't see that many light-skinned black kids wrestling. You might see a couple here and there. They go to Penn State or something, and they do pretty good. But it was good to see his teammates come around and, pump him on his chest. But it's okay.
That was cool to see. Because it's like a FU to the ref in a sense. But that's wild though. Like when I saw the video, I was like, this can't be real. Like no, there's something to it. And I saw it, and I was just like, yo, really making him cut his hair? Like
the girl came out with scissors and.
Now I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe the kid was told you can't have braids.
Yes.
So maybe. There's a chance he's been told look, you can't have braids, blah 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 blah. He might have went to a meet with braids. The refs allowed it, and this ref just happened to come along and be like, "Look, you ain't wrestling with braids."
Yeah.
And I mean, it just worked out because he was racist. He had other racist things going on, so it made news. But there's a change. I mean, like even with running track, you can't have a certain length spike in your shoe. Definitely like in high school, middle school. So they don't check them. But if they do check them, they might tell you can't wear them. So you either have to take them out, and if you didn't bring extra ones, you can't run. So there's a chance. I mean, I'm not saying, I don't think it's equivalent, to it. But welcome.
Sorry, we really were struggling.
Our special guest Luke just walked in the building. We're on a perfect subject for you, I think.
What's going on? Good, you?
This is AJ.
Hey, what's going on, bro? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Megan.
I'm AJ.
Hey, Robin.
Hey, Megan.
Let me just chill.
Take off my man purse.
You're your man first. Then
Get comfortable.
So we're talking about that wrestling incident with the guy who the referee made the black kid cut his braids off.
Oh, wow.
You hear about that?
I'm fully up to date. I didn't read the article, but I definitely seen enough tweets about it.
I was like, first thing I said, I didn't read the article, but
Well, I think what was amazing about it is so many people try to turn it into like a nice story about overcoming obstacles in the system and getting them the win at the end. So that was pretty crazy to think about because I just saw blatant racism across the whole entire video. I didn't even think it was up for debate, but they're like, "Yeah, what a team player, really cutting off his dreads that he worked 3 years to obtain." So I really just didn't understand it.
Yeah, that's a good twist on it. Then I didn't really think about it like that.
No, I saw racism.
Yeah, I mean, I saw race. I don't know. I try to give them the benefit of the doubt. Like I say, like with track, for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't, at least in high school, you can't have a certain length spike in your shoe.
Yeah, that's true.
Now they might have told him, look, you can't have braids. So he's probably like, man, I've been doing these 3 years. I'm not getting rid of them. He probably went to one wrestling meet. It probably was fine. Nobody said anything to him. But then he goes to this meet, different ref. Now the ref is like, look, you really can't do it. And it didn't work out for him because he did say racist things in the past.
He did.
Yeah, so that's the thing.
And
he probably was like, dang, I gotta tell him that. They're about to dig me up. Right? So I mean, there's a chance that he was told this in the past, but he just didn't do it because he didn't want to cut his hair. That was my view on it a little bit. But then again, a spade's a spade. He's a racist. He's a racist.
That's true. But then you have to think about, is having long dreads a physical advantage? And I personally don't think so. I mean, you could grab onto it. It's more an advantage for the other person, but otherwise it's illegal. You can't do that.
So his son wrestled. So explain the whole cap thing again.
So you can wear a cap, like if you have long hair, because my son wrestled a kid with long hair. It's just like a shower cap. Basically, you just stick it in.
Really?
And then you put your little, ear protection over top of it.
Yeah.
That's it, really.
Really? So otherwise, what would you use it for? Maybe getting his mouth or his his ears or something. But as far as that, it's a weird subject. I wasn't a big wrestler in high school. I didn't wrestle at all. We wrestled back in the day on the trampoline.
Look, I won every single time.
That's where the real warrior comes out. When you're 6 years old on trampoline, super
fighting,
dive bomb.
No, I was thinking about it. Looking back, as I get older too, I wish I would have did different sports in high school. I think I would have loved to do wrestling now because I pay attention to the whole MMA scene and things like that. And I'm just like, I wish I kind of would have did wrestling. But then again, it was with basketball, and it's like basketball or wrestling,
Yeah, man.
So I don't.
My kid plays football and wrestles. The only reason I make him wrestle is try to beef him up for football.
Yeah.
But I think
he's gonna whip your ass one day.
No, he's not.
You have to come to the realization that he's gonna fight you.
He's not gonna have shoulders like mine. He's not. He's up there. He's
gonna take you one day.
No.
One day he's gonna take you.
No, ain't gonna happen.
You gotta make sure he's on your good side. There's so many big athletes in college football and the NFL who have just normal, regular sized parents, and it turns out their son something happens to him along the way. Maybe he stepped in some radioactive fluid or something, but he turns out he's
Zion.
like Sean Oakman, 6'8", 220 as a freshman in college.
Can you imagine being Zion's parents? You you just walk in the refrigerator, just walking through the halls. You can't tell him to do anything. Hey, give me your phone.
He was definitely the kid who ate 3 lunches.
Every
day at school.
You see him block though.
Do you think he'll be good in the NBA?
I think he'd be better than LeBron. I
And
would say
he's
that
smaller, right? He's what, 6'6"?
Yeah, well,
He might be bigger.
he
Actually.
might grow some more.
Yeah, that's
Oh, he's
true.
only 19.
Yeah, he might grow some. He might grow some more, but
I mean, look at
he might lose weight though. He might grow, be taller, but he might lose some weight.
look
though.
at Giannis. He was skinny when he got in the league, and now look at him.
I mean, he's buff. I don't think he's.
He's pretty buff, but
he's
he definitely
buff
had
now.
an improvement. Like
Yeah.
he was skinny.
Him, I like watching the videos on Giannis because he just like the way he like dunks like Shaq, but like with like momentum. Like Shaq just gets in the post, catches the ball, goes up, dunks it. He'd be like, Euro step this way, this step goes up like for a layup, and just like like somebody get this man.
So can we actually go ahead and get a reading on his name? I have no idea how to pronounce his name.
No,
Giannis.
I said Giannis. You said Giannis.
Giannis. It is. What do you say?
No, but the last name. The last name is really stumps.
Hey, we call him Giannis.
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 Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, that's just too much.
The announcers got it perfectly.
Yeah, they do.
I'll be like, okay, they got it.
I feel like they have to at this point.
Yeah,
they
you
can't
be messing it up. Yeah.
No respect. You're one of the best stars in the NBA. You can't even say your last name right.
He comes out in a press conference. They don't respect me.
Respect
They don't know my name.
Mutombo's easy. It sounds like
They know Mutombo.
sounds
Yeah, I
like
thought Mutombo died yesterday.
What?
You guys see that article?
No.
So he flew some
The 8-year-old boy.
8-year-old boy out, but the way the article it's like clickbait. The way they had it in the words, it looked like he died. Like he flew to the United States and Mutombo died. I was like, oh no, Mutombo died.
Oh man.
And then I saw I was like the kid. I was like, oh okay, it was just the
Oh,
kid.
that makes sense.
Yeah,
That's
he had
not-
like a tumor or something.
Yeah.
Inside
You
his
see the
face.
tumor?
I think it was.
No.
It's
What?
like-
It was a big fucking tumor.
Yeah.
Really?
It was like this big. Just
Yeah.
That's some like Ripley's Believe It or Not shit.
yeah, that's exactly what it was like. Yep, that's exactly what it was like.
I
Yes.
was actually talking about the other day to a person. I think you were in probably the vicinity. There was a person about she wanted to be a flight stewardess, so she was below the minimum height, and so what the doctors ended up doing was breaking her legs and basically allowing her to regenerate, but they kind of pulled it out a little bit.
Oh wow.
If you know what I'm trying to describe.
So
So they broke her legs, and then they kind of adjusted it so the legs were a little farther out as they were healing.
she was above the minimal height.
No, she was below. She
Below.
wanted to be a stewardess. She wanted to achieve that.
Okay,
height.
so she was too short.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I thought for a second I thought she was too tall. I was like,
Yeah, I worded that a little
okay,
bit.
no. So she was short, and then she went. I've heard that's not the first time I've heard that was done though. You break your legs. A doctor breaks your legs, pulls them, and then when they kind of like when you heal over time, you like maybe get a couple centimeters to maybe like an
Yeah,
inch
it
or
was
something.
really
nothing crazy.
minute.
I mean, I wouldn't do it.
I mean, you nobody breaking my legs.
Look, okay, so
Here we go.
so if there was a chance you could be 6'8", and all you have to do is go to the doctor, he has to break your legs, would you do it?
I'm 5'8" now.
That'd be one hell of a job.
That's what I'm saying. So am I
What'd you put
6?
in there?
Am I 6'7" right now, or?
No, you're 5'8". You stay 5'8".
I mean, that's
A foot? Could you imagine that though?
that's a hell of a jump.
No, that's a hell of a jump, yeah. But
I
what if
would
like
not.
get you to 6 foot?
Yeah, I would.
I would.
Yeah.
6 foot's a really remarkable milestone for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Really defines you as a person, as a man. Let me say, throwing shots.
Yeah,
Look,
shots fired.
but I'm sure you run into problems being tall though.
Yeah, oh,
Doorways, ceilings.
Especially, you'd be surprised how many shower shower heads are really below the 6 foot height. I'm sure you understand too. There's,
Your guys' kid is gonna be.
I'm just saying, we're gonna have a super.
I hope they're short. I hope they're short. Oh, but I hope. I hope they're not athletic, short.
It's not about the athleticism.
Okay. Yeah, you let him. Yeah,
It's not a good 401k.
watch him be like 10 years old,
401k.
no jump shot.
If he is, honestly, that'd be nice.
Like, what if he can't like run, like 100 meters without falling down like 5 times?
He's gonna.
You'd be upset.
He definitely catch some slack from me.
Like I was upset going to Lena's track meet and that girl like a year younger than her beating her.
But does she still run track? No, she's in the gymnastics, isn't she?
No, she hasn't done anything, but she's gonna run again. Oh yeah, she's running again in the springtime.
You should make her a major league gamer.
Yeah,
Because you see stories about families and
Blast.
fathers who train their kids specifically for the NFL, starting from like 6 years old.
Yeah.
Like this is a decade-long plan. But if you think about it,
Yeah, I feel
Usually
like
gaming, get her hooked on.
I mean,
really
that's
good
coming up
shooter.
too.
yeah,
Gaming,
it is coming up.
It is.
I mean, I think it's harder to break in. I think it's easy. I don't know. Is it
think
easier?
easy.
Is it easier to break in the gaming world or professional sports?
Whoa. It's hard to say.
Because everybody can play video games.
Yeah, not everyone can run. You can train
Not
yourself
everyone
for
can
years
run.
and years and still be slow.
Yeah, I'm saying, I mean, even though your parents might train you, at a young age, it's hit and miss what you're going to grow up to be. Like, you might be great at a young athlete, but once you get older, you might stop growing,
Yeah.
and then
plateau.
you got a good jump shot, and that's about it. They're not going to let somebody 5'8" in the NBA with just a good jump shot.
Exactly.
I mean, they have in the past.
I mean, they have.
Mugsby and
I mean, you gotta have a good crosser too, but yeah.
yeah.
Well, I mean, that's pretty much everything. Think of how many players who are really good high school prospects and just stop growing for the rest of their lives.
Yeah. It was kind of like you with basketball. I'm saying you were a good basketball player in high school and things like that.
Yeah.
I said, but you kind of stopped at 6'2", and if you take 6'2" into the NBA,
That's point guard.
that's point guard. You were playing like power forward and
Yeah.
things like that. It's just like you have to keep growing. You have to keep
Yeah,
growing
yeah.
through high school to make it. You just
Yeah.
can't just stop right there.
Well, that's what happens when you live in Frederick County.
Yeah.
You get stuck at power forward just because you're not gonna find a 6'9" muscular the next superstar. It's really unlikely.
Well, Tyler,
Tyler.
the one we used to work with at the hospital. He went the hood,
He did go to hood,
but
he's
he was a power forward. But he was like 6'2".
6'7".
No, he's not.
No, I thought he was 6'7".
Really?
He's elite. Okay, no, he's probably at least 6'4".
Yeah, so he was like power
Because
forward.
he struggled getting through, him walking through a door. It
Yeah.
was just you grow a couple more inches. That's a
It's gonna
wrap.
be a headache for you.
But
he
yeah,
was
he
power
played.
forward.
Yeah, he played. He was 6'4", probably. I think he was 6'5", maybe. He played power forward at hood. I mean, at that point, it's just you plateau.
Right
You
there.
can't really, as much as you want to be in the NBA, you just can't.
But just think
Do
about that. Just having the perfect lifestyle as an athlete. High school, you're the man. College, you're the man. Playing for the best schools out there. Say Alabama, quarterback, stud, and then go straight to the NFL and make $100 million in 3 years.
That's why people lose all their money because
That's true, but
there's
$100 million, well, you gotta be really spending money. To
Well,
lose it.
or kick a woman.
That's true. It only takes one
One-
case of domestic assault to lose everything.
One case.
At least for a season. I think some of these guys would be back.
You think so?
I mean, Greg Rice ain't back.
I think if
Never-
he wanted to come back, he could.
Who's gonna pick him
He's
up?
old too, isn't he? He's a little old.
Yeah.
Yeah, see. I mean, Michael Vick came back.
That's true. Michael Vick was a beast.
Yeah,
And
but-
I'm not saying
he was a beast.
I mean,
I'm not saying beating women is equivalent to dog fighting,
However,
but back in 2004, how white people jumped on him for killing dogs,
yeah.
that was a big thing back then. That was huge.
I must have missed that. I think I missed that whole episode.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was. I mean, because black people they were like, oh, okay, it is what it is though.
Yeah.
But you don't mess with people like dogs. They
When it comes,
they went after him. Oh, they went after him. Is it PETA?
PETA.
All these other organizations.
really all of them.
Yeah.
He went to jail for what?
He went to jail for a while.
Yeah, wow.
See,
Killing dogs.
he was that good, and I didn't even realize it that he was in jail because
He was-
he's a beast.
he was in jail.
They're throwing bombs and running the ball.
It was a Madden curse.
Yeah, he really was.
I mean,
It's the man curse. He made
everybody that was on the cover of Madden, something happened to him.
That's true. Yeah, that's very true.
Because he was on the cover of Madden, and the next year he got arrested.
Yeah, he
Killing
was
dogs.
he was for. Because he played in Atlanta.
Atlanta, and that's how he made the cover.
And then, yeah, okay, I remember that. I had
Yeah.
that Madden.
I did.
I think it was
He
Madden
played-
2004.
That was the best Madden.
Eagles before that, I think.
No, he was
No,
after
Eagles.
Was it
Yeah,
after?
after he left.
Post brawl.
post dog fighting.
Yeah, and then he came back. He played for the Eagles. Did pretty good. I mean,
But then you got to think about it, he's probably he was making so much money. So why was he doing dogfighting? Just for the thrill of it,
Again, it's like you can't take the hood out of some people.
Yeah.
It's just like you give them how much money they get, you just can't take the hood out of them.
they'll be making $50 a fight. And yeah, man, you can't do that 9 to 5 stuff.
nah.
And they're probably they're probably in the hood the $20, maybe $500 here and here.
Yeah.
Oh, you make it? 50,000 on this dog. Like, you know, they're probably betting.
I can see that too. Just spending it.
Plus his boys snitch on him too. I mean,
Yeah.
He's not always this though now.
huh?
I heard with Drake too. Like his boy, I forget what his name is. What part of his OVO crew ended up snitching and giving information to. Meanwhile, keep in mind this is very far fetched, and I don't know how I know so much about a celebrity. But
Yeah.
apparently, like he snitched on him. Like he gave the information to Kanye or Pusha T or whatever.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Spark
okay.
that, yeah.
Yeah, apparently it was somebody in Drake's camp. Because Pusha came out and said it wasn't him. But Drake thinks Kanye gave him that information. Because they talked about how when Kanye had that whole thing in, was it Washington?
I think so.
For the album release party, things like that. Drake was there, and they put some music together and things like that. Like the Poopity Scoop song.
The Poopity.
That was supposed to go to Drake. That was Drake's song. Drake had a.
Drake would have murdered it too.
Drake
He would have murdered it. He would have put a little Caribbean beat on it.
Yeah.
Start singing. Poopity, Poopity.
Dude, so Kanye made the beat, gave it to Drake. Drake put his vocals on and things like that. And then, like, maybe a week later, Kanye released the Poopity Scoop thing.
As if he was trying to get him payback. Yeah, watch
Payback
when this blows up.
Pay back for something, you know?
This Poopity Scoop.
So, and that's why he thinks, you know, he released the stuff to Pusha. Because, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I still think that's that's definitely the how do you say, the battle of the year.
Do you think
It
so?
was definitely Drake and Pusha T.
I would think so too. But then you have to think, is Drake wild enough? Because you also heard, I'm sure, about those rumors that Drake is like an assassin, so to speak. He has hitmen that he's hired to kill. For example, Triple X.
Yeah.
And I had a great time going through the Twitter rabbit hole about this whole theory that Drake, you know, kills people like that on the side.
Because you saw when they TMZ rolled up on Kanye.
And he just
And he started running like.
Oh, yeah.
About
Like
Drake.
Drake got shooters.
Shit.
Hey, if you listen to Kanye's last rant, like the way he talks, it's like, yo, if anything happens to my family, it's Drake.
Yeah,
It's like, I
literally.
don't think Drake is.
Not wheelchair Jimmy.
Yeah, wheelchair Jimmy ain't doing shit. All right, let's be honest. Drake, I don't even think Drake is as hood as it makes him seem.
No.
You know, I don't take anything
never,
hood he says. I don't take like seriously.
No, he's from
Yeah.
Canada.
He's from
You can't follow
Canada.
up.
He was on
Yeah.
TV. I ain't buying it. I'm not. Now, do I think he might have fucked Kim Kardashian? There's a chance.
Could be.
There's a
chance. Talking about making it right.
And what will probably
Lights.
turn the
Price.
lights make it right.
Yikes.
Now, if that happened, see, what probably happened, he probably did, and then Kanye asked her about it, and she was like, "Yeah, this,
What are you gonna
like,
do?
this is before that."
Yeah, what are you going to do?
What
Yeah.
she should have, I mean, obviously clearly said something like, "Look, you know, we together now. I fucked your man. Like, you know, you have to bring that to the table week one, just so if anything does come up later down the road, you know, it doesn't get like this."
Sure, but I think it'd be
messy.
repetitive, you know? You'd be like, me and this guy hooked up. Oh, and this guy as well. You know, like, oh, and Snoop Dogg, and there was this other guy from the band.
See, I'm not saying she had to like tell everybody in the world, just Kanye.
But just,
So if it did come out, at least they are on a good point.
They're-
You
yeah,
know?
they're
plus, it's Drake. It's not like some small time celebrity, some D-list. It's like, yeah,
I'd be
this is
mad.
Drake.
You'd be mad.
It's not like it's Ray J or something.
Yeah, never.
But Ray J smashed first, so.
Yeah.
Quick
Ray
RIP.
J hit it first.
Yeah, he
He
did.
sparked a revolution.
He
I
did.
I saw his glasses. I really had to appreciate those. It's a great business idea. He
Oh,
was on
really?
He was
Yeah.
on the Breakfast Club with Charlamagne,
And
and had like the different settings. You can either flip them down to the right and the left.
I saw that. That was cool. Yeah, that was cool. I mean, because he's not making music. He got to do something.
Yeah.
That's
You know,
true.
He hasn't been relevant since 2008, One Wish.
But I feel like
Yeah.
everyone during that era, like for example, what about Neo?
That was
Where's
my
Neo
song.
at?
Oh, so now we dive into Neo and Ray J. Let's talk about the
Kings of
the
R&B.
Kings of R&B, because these guys been wilding for the past 2 weeks.
Yikes.
And for a second, I was like, man, I don't want to talk about this because this was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But people are still talking about this.
They're not
I know.
dropping it. Especially Keith Sweat.
So you see Jacquees roll up on Keith Sweat.
No, I think I heard something about it, but I didn't get the
Keith
full.
Sweat, he got shooters. Okay?
He got shooters?
Keith
Keith
Sweat
Sweat.
still got shooters out here.
I see. That's something I can't imagine. Keith Sweat of all people.
He just had like this swagger about him. It was just like, oh, we gotta get this kid away from me. Like,
He's gonna die. He's got Drake on his side.
Yeah, he does.
Does he?
No, I would imagine though. I can see Keith Sweat being a feature on a song.
He said he has to go back to the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he said.
But who actually just came out with the album? One of the old R&B kings, and it came out maybe in the past 2 months, and it was absolute garbage. I think the Breakfast Club actually cross-examined it as well.
Recently R&B. I don't know.
I forget, honestly. I have to research it.
Yeah.
But I heard the album, it was absolute garbage.
R&B, I think R&B these days are trash though. A lot of the songs.
But that's why when I think about the king of R&B, I can't think of one because R&B is kind of out of the loop now. You know, you have the clout culture, those type of rappers that are, you know, of course, and you know Drake and other people, J. Cole, Nicki Minaj.
See, I would throw Trey Songz up there.
What about Usher?
Now Usher, name an Usher song
he lost some stock
that
though.
came out after 2011.
Yikes.
Okay, so Usher.
That's true.
Usher is not good. Don't get me wrong, Usher is great, but
he should have.
I'm not putting Usher up there. Oh, and Tyrus just walked in.
What's going on? There he is.
Tyrus just walked in.
D Rose.
What's going on, man?
How you doing?
Another chair.
What's up, bro?
What's good, man?
I'm gonna go stop the train.
Sound like you got a dry throat. Need some water. Go get some water. I actually need some water too.
Well, you can finish that. It's not
Appreciate it.
So I probably wouldn't put Usher up there. Now in the last,
He lost some stock once he got herpes.
once he got herpes, he kind of died off.
He dropped 10%.
Because he dropped a record not that long ago, but it was really just like clubby and I mean not the Usher I know.
Yeah, man. I mean, you even see the last 15 years of R&B is went from this kind of slow, really slow, hypnotic jam to, you know, a little bit more fast paced and got a little beat in between sometimes. But that's why I give credit to people like Trey Songz because, you know, it kind of flows still. It kind of has that slow, old school style,
Yeah.
but a little bit mixed with the new.
Yeah, that's why I guess when you talk about the kings of R&B, we kind of just gotta put a mix on we have to look at, I guess, the timeline. You know, I would say I would include Trey Songz,
Got to.
Chris Brown.
Yeah, Chris Brown.
You have to put Chris Brown on there.
He's probably the king. I would say he's the king.
I might put Trey up there. I might put him above Chris Brown.
We'll say that collab they had. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that
was fire.
like
But, I mean,
2012, I think.
The king, I gotta say R. Kelly.
R. Kelly.
Okay,
Nah, after everything that's happened, R. Kelly.
Look,
he's not.
you know what? I get it, but R. Kelly did bring it on himself.
He did.
I mean, I get the fact that the man can't read.
Which is amazing to me.
It's terrible that
Wait,
you
he actually can't read.
No,
He can't read?
He
He's
didn't really
Floyd, like, you know,
I think
like
it was,
Floyd,
it's his brother and his agent just screwed him over out of all of his songs.
oh my god.
So like the man's literally collecting little to nothing off of it.
Which is amazing. Like, how can you write songs and how can you sing
Yeah, someone
without
write
being
down.
able to read?
Then you have someone write it down. I think I've heard
Yeah.
a case like that.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a spelling bee between Mayweather and Kelly? Could you imagine the struggle?
We should start a GoFundMe for that. That
should.
would be funny.
I'm telling you, if you funded enough, Floyd would definitely do it. Putting
Yeah.
50
I'm
million
telling you.
Yeah, he would.
he's
Yeah.
broke.
for 10 minutes of spelling.
Floyd's
Apple,
broke.
tree.
Yeah, right.
I think he's broke. Why does he keep fighting?
No, he's done now. He's secured the
Oh,
bag.
he's fighting.
Yeah.
he's,
I would
he's
say.
fighting.
He's fighting that Japan dude.
He's basically fighting a bunch of no names.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even worth it.
New Year's.
But they're paying money for it. That's
It's an
why.
exhibition. How he doesn't go against his record.
No, I heard his last fight.
That's smart.
It was against a no name, and just something, like he pulled out the last minute for whatever.
Oh, was that guy in Japan?
Was it the guy?
It was a guy
Yeah.
in Japan. Yeah.
Oh, he pulled out of that one?
Yeah.
I thought he was fighting again.
No, I heard that fight was done. They're not
It-
going through with it.
It was supposed to be like a private thing. A bunch of like rich people in Japan like picked a fighter, And Floyd was like, let them pick a fighter, which is weird. If you're going to a bunch of millionaires in Japan, like, yo, pick a fighter for me, I'll fight them.
Yeah, he's
so
just fighting for a small group.
He might give up the butt for some money.
That's some weird
That's
shit.
what I think.
Imagine the compliance though, being that Japanese father, like, we're gonna pay you $30 million, but you're gonna have to fight Floyd Mayweather. Would you get your ass kicked by Floyd? Yeah. $30 million?
$30 million?
Yeah.
Mike Tyson? I
Knock
don't
me
know.
out.
But
Nah, I ain't
I don't know. Medical bills would be kind of high.
I mean, Mike Tyson now?
No, he still has
still
the speed.
not
I've
fighting
still
that
seen
Still got the
videos.
speed?
I wouldn't fight Iron Mike. Hell
I'm
no.
still not fighting though.
Because even on Explore, like, I've been looking up a lot of hockey, or not hockey stuff, but boxing stuff recently. So I get a lot of stuff in my Explore feed, and I see like countless videos of Mike Tyson just destroying people, or just showing like his speed and his skill and his agility. It's crazy. It's like one of those guys who will stay fit for the rest of your life. You know those old people with like big forearms who can still beat you in arm wrestling. It's like that times 100.
It's almost like Kimbo Slice.
Yeah.
You know?
R.I.P.
Now, see, I take a fight with Kimbo Slice. I mean, all you gotta do is dodge a few, and he's winded.
You'd fight Kimbo?
All you
Are we
gotta
talking
do is
about
dodge.
outside the cage or inside the cage?
Without gloves. Like
Outside the cage, I'm not fighting.
Inside,
it's all
All
good.
you gotta do is lay on them.
That's what I'm thinking of. Like outside street rules.
Like his street YouTube rules when he was fighting dudes like at the beginning.
On the come up.
That's true. He started his career like
man.
What was it?
That's
Him
when
and
he was over 40
what's
years
the other guy
old.
that came from that backyard fighting ring that he had? DK 3000.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It sounds like a, like, I don't know, Optimus Prime, like a Transformer DK 3000.
DK 3000.
I remember seeing their fight. Them dudes were like going at it for like only the first round. After that, it was just a whole bunch of laying on top of each other.
Yeah, I bet. They wasted all that energy.
Yeah.
No one told them how to conserve energy, move around a little bit.
Yeah,
That was
like,
straight
go in
even
and fight.
shots.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
it was terrible. It's like the commentators are announcing, like, here comes a right hook, and as he's still like still coming.
It's coming.
Here it is. All right,
It's
It connected.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pass on that. No Kimbo, no Mike. Anything else is good for game.
Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, I'll whoop his ass.
Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'll fight Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, anyone
10
Hispanic,
times out
I'm
of 10.
fighting.
I don't care how
Anyone
quick he is.
Anybody Hispanic, I'm fighting. Yeah, anybody. I'll take them.
Well, there's the one picture I think I lost respect. It's just like he has like these cowboy pants and boots on, and he's like 5'4" already. He just looks like a little action figure, like a wild western action figure. I was like, yeah.
Alright, what about Canelo?
Oh, are you talking about the pictures?
Huh? Yeah.
Oh no, I gotta stay off that topic. But he lost some stock
Oh,
Yeah, he lost
Canelo.
for those pictures. He lost some stock.
I thought he was gay anyway.
I mean, he might be.
Who knows? I mean, you see a lot of athletes nowadays are more comfortable in their situation and their homosexuality and saying, "Hey, like I'm gay." So now I don't think it's as big of a deal.
I don't
when
think it's
an
a big
athlete comes
deal.
out.
No.
So what do you think about the Dwight Howard?
Well, it's
thing?
Dwight Howard.
That's okay.
Because he was a superstar.
All right, but do you think he is, or do you think it's like just someone trying to get clout, get some type of attention or whatever?
No, I think he would have came out with something to kind of deny it, but he didn't. He's kind of just ghosted. I don't even know if he's still playing right now.
He
or
is.
He could take a
He's
hiatus.
played for Washington,
He's hurt
but he's
right
hurt
now.
now.
Yeah.
He's hurt. You know what kind of injury?
Gluteus.
Yep.
Is it seriously?
Yes.
It's.
I see it's
You know, you didn't know
It
that?
doesn't, no, I didn't even.
Okay
know
then.
that.
Now
Yeah,
let's
he
put
got-
this.
God, that
Yeah,
makes
he
it
got
even
hurt with
worse.
that, and then this stuff came out.
That makes it even worse.
But then you have to think about the thing. So he's an athlete who didn't come out by himself, but he's like getting a lot of flack for it. Whereas if another athlete were to come out, I guarantee you it would be a different reaction, and people wouldn't. I think it has somewhat to do with just the whole situation and how
Just
everything
Dwight
came out.
Howard and personal.
And the gluteus injury it doesn't help.
Yeah, it doesn't help at all.
You know, and it kind of died fairly quickly.
Yeah.
So that made me think that it might be true.
Yeah, he just kind of like didn't say anything.
He didn't really say
Yeah,
much.
did he even make a comment about it?
I'm telling you, because Charlamagne was going at him on the Breakfast Club, right?
Yeah.
And on their podcast, he said that Dwight called him, was like, "Yo, why you saying all this stuff,
Yeah.
things like that?" In a sense, why you know. He's like, "Look, you gotta get these jokes too, you know."
Yeah, get these jokes.
But that's all I've heard from it. Like other than that, it's like he
But I
really
mean,
didn't
at
defend
the
himself.
same time, Charlamagne was like going at him about the situation, but at the same time, he was like low key defending like that type of like the LGBTQ
Yes.
community
Yeah.
at the same time.
Because you can't. Yeah, because they kind of outed him for
Yeah.
being gay or bisexual or whatever. But then it's like, you can't shame a man for being that, for coming out like that. You know, even though he was put on the spot like this, you can't shame him for that, because if it was the other way around, you guys would not be happy about it.
Yeah, it just basically defeats the purpose of what they're trying to do. They're trying to like get equal rights in another way. They don't want anybody shaming their culture and shaming what it is that they're about and everything. But then they turn around and do the exact same thing to him.
Yeah, that was a nuclear bomb. Like, that's just total social destruction. Like, you don't recover from stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can have windmills. You can have a triple-double only on windmills, and you're never going to...
I don't know. If he averaged a triple-double for the rest of the year on windmills...
It's not going to happen.
You can dunk from the threes.
We might have to give Dwight Howard.
You can dunk from the three.
He can do whatever he wants.
Of all we care, then you're still going to be known as the guy who got outed for, having...
Like in trannies.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is like, look, if you like trannies, then you like trannies. That's just not me.
Maybe it's a fetish. Maybe it's a fetish.
It's a little. I mean, it's a fetish.
People like
right?
feet, so.
Look, you can't compare. I like feet, all right?
he was quick to jump on that too. He was like, hey,
What we're not going to do in this podcast is slander
toe shaming.
Toe shaming. We're not going to do that.
Well, French tips.
French tips.
So we can talk about anything.
No, we're not going to compare liking feet to liking
religion,
trannies.
Culture, bias, but toes off the menu.
We draw the line there.
We don't slander.
You don't slander feet here.
Well, it's good to know you're really passionate about
So I stick up for my feet.
He loves feet.
Stick up for my feet.
He loves
for your feet or for other people's feet?
For feet, man. I just I like
feet in general.
Yeah, feet in general.
He doesn't discriminate.
So do you see a movie and be like, wow, those are some really nice feet?
If I see him, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah. I don't go out my way to look for him.
Like,
but if I see some nice toes, I'm like, oh, she got some nice looking.
That's a sexy big toe.
That's
You've never seen a pinky toe like that.
Man, just look how it just curves. Just, oh my god. There's no lint between the toes.
Is there a way to call police? We should have an emergency number nearby.
No, that's funny. No, back to the R&B, right? So, to touch on what Tyrus said, I think you have to put R. Kelly as number one.
You can't deny it.
Unfortunately, he does have these accusations.
Yeah. We call that the Bill Cosby special.
Nothing came out like hardcore evidence that he did anything.
It's back and forth, because he even came out and said that he's had situations where people are throwing their daughters at him.
Yeah.
As if he's like, well, what was I supposed to do?
I mean, I'm not saying he was right for saying, like, well, so dad said it's okay, so let me go ahead and go with this. I'm not saying that's all right, because if it roles reverse, I'd be pissed. I don't even see what type of parent would throw their daughter at him.
He was like, yeah.
So, I mean...
Her dad tossed me the oop,
Yeah, he threw it off the backboard. What do you supposed to dunk it? Like, what? I'm not going to catch it and rebound and think about what I'm going to do with it. I'm shooting my shot.
Get both knees. R. Kelly, please piss him on, dog.
Please, I want to see you, R. Kelly. Please do it.
I mean, at the same time, he is dumb for just walking into it, but...
Yeah, he owned up to it, seems like. He was just like, yeah, man, that's me.
Yeah.
I put R. Kelly up there with Bill Cosby. It's like, I don't think Bill Cosby raped all those women, but if he raped at least one of them, he's still a rapist at the end of the day.
Yeah,
so even though, I don't think R. Kelly did everything everybody's saying.
Yeah. But
if he had one sex slave, he's still he's still a shitty person. He should be in jail, really.
Is that the common?
But that's not gonna take away from the fact that those hits he's put out for the past 20-some years.
So, my question is, who is Bentley?
Bentley.
He was in some of his videos. I think also part of Andre 3000's clique, or Farnsworth Bentley.
Farnsworth Bentley, yeah.
I just knew he was famous, but I never knew what he did as far as
He was famous for being P Diddy's butler.
P Diddy's butler. He was actually.
So if you look,
got some sauce for butler. I was like, man, this dude.
So if you remember Making the Band and things like that, he was always on there as his butler and things like that. That's how he got big. Yeah.
That's what it was.
Mm-hmm. Because he had a song. He had a song come out with Kanye.
Like him rapping.
No, it's not really rap. It's rap. Yeah, no, it's rap.
But he speaks on it.
Yeah, he speaks in he has a speaking flow. But it's him, Kanye, Andre 3000 was on it.
Okay.
It was Cool Outrageous Lovers of Uniquely Raw Style. That was their group.
Fire.
Well, after this, we'll play the video for you.
Damn.
But yeah, he came out with a song. That was the only song. Cause I just remember that because I watched it the other day because I was thinking, I was like, oh, I gotta look this up again, you know?
Bentley. Dope name though. If that's his real name, I would give him ultimate respect.
Yeah, that is a dope name.
Like just Farnsworth.
What's the name of this video?
Look up Colors.
Is it also an acronym?
Cool outrageous lovers of uniquely raw style. That's the acronym of Colors.
Oh, but it's Colors. Okay. Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
So,
And just put Colors, yeah, and then put it should be on there first. Type in Farnsworth or just FON right there.
Yeah, there
There,
it is.
very first one.
About another.
Now, if we all do it, like we do it every night, we'll be up out of this place.
You see this?
We can go all over the country. We can take it to Europe. We can even go to Africa. I ain't never been to Africa. To Africa.
You don't remember this from like MTV back in the day?
No way. Not at all.
I ain't trying to leave my old lady.
This honestly
It's a lot of
reminds me
your
of
old lady
Outkast.
around.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Hi, so we're ready for colors.
Where?
Your name is Gwen.
Huh?
I have here COLOURS.
Cool outrageous lovers of uniquely raw style.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the cool, outrageous lovers of uniquely raw style.
Let's go.
Never heard.
I've never seen this.
Don't stop
But it does remind me of Andre 3000.
Don't stop me.
Bentley.
It's in your hair. I wanna get right between the straight juices. Like Lancome lipstick, scarlet. And frankly, I really do care, my daddy, all you with. This is Sarah, fam. Now back to ma'am. I knew that you could move like that, I saw you dance.
this is
Now you
hard.
get to show out, make me a fan. Turn up the fan, we gon' sweat crazy. What's your favorite Gatorade?
I wish they would've released more, like an album or something like that.
Kind of just in the back, bugging.
Master, no gravy, but we can make some the best of
I think Andre got a good verse on there. Yeah, it's about it though.
It's not bad.
What? How much did he
never-
make? How much does Farnsworth Bentley as the butler? How much did he make? I mean, did he?
I don't know. Back
Being the
then,
butler, he must have made still
maybe 250.
Think so?
250
I would
maybe?
say at least 2 million.
I mean, it depends. I mean, he might have had a bigger role, you know, as the whole, you know,
Like
bad
advisor.
boys, you know, thing than just his butler.
Yeah.
I'm sure he had a different role.
That's crazy though.
Probably got paid from MTV too. Maybe
MTV, yeah, getting paid, yeah.
Can you be like a professional butler? Like
Yeah.
split your time between celebrities and just be like a.
I think so. Yeah, I'm sure there's butlers out. I
Depending
mean,
on who they are, the celebrity is probably.
That's
like,
true.
I'm sure the Kardashians have a butler.
Yeah.
Not maybe,
If
maybe
you're
like
that
a
type of-
nanny.
They would rather have a full time though.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you're that type of celebrity, I can't imagine Little Uzi Vert having a personal butler.
No.
Well, I
Lil
kind
Uzi Vert is not a
of can
butler.
actually. Now that I've mentioned it, I can see him with like a butler,
Did you imagine
like
that?
him or like Young Thug or something
Mr.
like that.
Mr. Uzi, I can't do that.
Mr. Uzi.
I can't do that.
British
Mr.
accent.
Uzi.
No, he's a weird one.
I can't lie though. I am ready for his album. That's one of the artists that I do listen to
Yeah.
on a regular, and I do like his music, but his style is definitely unique. But I think that just makes it like
I haven't listened to him. I gotta listen to him though. I just started listening to 21 Savage.
yeah.
21.
What's your name?
21.
Oh, his new album.
I listened to a couple songs. I like the one with J. Cole.
Yeah.
I didn't get to finish it though. I'll probably finish it this week.
But I respect it. It's something like you turn from like a gangster bad boy, like the actual Savage, and then he kind of like, you know, chilled out a little bit and started working on saving his money
Yeah.
and investing in businesses, which you
Yeah.
don't really see off the get go with any athlete or so.
Yeah, which is
rapper.
it's nice to see because you know you get a lot of people that they waste their money and it kind of goes over to the rap a little bit.
Buying
you know?
ice.
Yeah, buying
That's a
eye
big
jewelry.
thing.
I mean, I'm just at a point in my life where I'm just not about that, like, you know, hose this, hose that, money, selling drugs, and like Jay-Z's
That's
album.
what sells. That's what sells.
It
If you
is.
think about it.
It's what sells, but it just doesn't move me.
Yeah.
Like it'll
And a
never.
little pump.
Yeah, Lil Pump. I can't get with Lil Pump. The one he had with Kanye, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But then again, it's just like it doesn't speak to me.
Yeah.
It speaks to people younger than me. You know,
I mean,
I'm more than 25, but still, you know, it's just that.
So since we're coming to the end of the year, who do you think has album of the year?
I'm gonna give it to Jay-Z. I'm giving it to
Is
Jay-Z.
that the one with Beyonce? Or did he come out
Did
with something?
444 come out this year?
Well, Jay-Z's going around?
Yeah.
Last year, wasn't it?
I think it.
I'm not sure. There was a lot of good music out here this year.
My vote has to go to J. Cole.
J. Cole, yeah.
Yes.
I'll have to say too.
K.O.D.
Yeah.
I enjoyed KOD.
I mean,
But you didn't get a lot of
Kendrick's was
publicity.
alright.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. I mean,
I feel like you didn't
I
get a lot
enjoyed
of
it, but I just think
publicity.
that J. Cole's album was
Yeah, man.
top level.
It's always like this year he wasn't as popular just because of all the things going on with Instagram and just being like that's I feel like the main outlet now. If you don't post,
Yeah, 444 came out last year.
is that what Beyonce?
But the one with Beyonce it came out this year.
The
The Carters.
Carters.
Yeah, I'm not.
enjoyed that too.
It's a good album. I'm not
Yeah.
giving it an album. I can't give it my album of the year.
No way.
It has to go to.
I would have to search it up. What albums came out this year actually? It's hard as there's a lot.
Pusha
I
T
personally
came
like
out this year.
Swimming by
Pusha T,
Mac
yeah.
Miller was a high point for
Did
me.
Meek Mill's already drop?
Meek Mill's dropped.
Yeah, Champions.
I
That's
haven't listened to
fire.
that yet.
Oh, but don't start on Meek Mills. We argue about this at work.
It,
He doesn't like Meek Mills.
I'm not a big fan of Meek Mill.
Neither was
Why
I,
not?
but I can't get
His voice doesn't change. It sounds the same.
His voice, he has the same rap style for every single song.
like the yelling.
Yeah,
Oh,
pretty much. Just like yeah.
Yeah,
Hold on, wait. It's just like it doesn't. It
Well, that's how
doesn't.
he sings, though.
Yeah, it just doesn't change. I need somebody to hit a low point here and then you go up here, like
So,
you know.
You like some melody.
I need some melody.
Some
I
Drake,
just
so
can't.
you
where
like-
would Cardi B rank at on your?
Oh,
I'm
Cardi.
not
You
ranking.
don't
I
like
love
can't
Cardi
see
B.
it.
I
Does
love.
anyone listen to her album? Like,
I don't listen to the only.
I can't say I put on a Cardi B album and listen to it all the
The
way.
only reason I
yeah.
listen to her is because my wife plays it in the car every single time.
Well, yeah, that's an
That's
exception.
I listened to
We
it
have no
one time
control.
through, and it was a struggle.
Better than Nicki Minaj, I will say. I would
I-
definitely
I,
say.
She
just,
had- she
I
had-
can't get through her voice. That
No.
baby voice that she does, it just pisses me off.
Yes,
Like honestly.
I put Cardi B over Nicki.
Yeah.
Nicki did have that a good song with it was the sample on the Biggie Smalls one.
I thought you were gonna say 6ix9ine. What do you think about 6ix9ine?
I started hold on. I started liking 6ix9ine
Oh my god.
the week before he got arrested.
Yeah.
The week before he got arrested. No, not even that. Is when he did his last Breakfast Club interview. I listened to it. I was like,
I did too.
he's like, he's trying to change his ways, and it goes back to people rapping
But it
about
was
certain-
too late.
It was way too
It was
late.
way
I was
too
like,
late. Like,
oh,
he's-
he's changing his views. I'm gonna give him a listen.
You
I
suddenly
started
have
listening to the
all
song.
this
Like,
insight and everything too late after you're already about to go to court and lose what?
Yeah,
how,
yeah.
how many years did he get?
Yeah,
oh,
it's
he's not
been
doing
decided
it. Court. He doesn't have court till next year, but he's looking at
a long time.
a long time.
Treyway.
Treyway, stupid, stupid.
I wonder how he is actually, like his real persona. Like once he gets to jail, one dude with rainbow colored hair and like,
Watch the last.
69 tattoos
Watch the
on his
last
face.
Breakfast Club interview. He's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've seen a little
Yeah.
bit.
Watch.
The first one he did, he was really just trolling and things like that. This one he's trolling a little bit, but you can see more of his personality. He's not that bad of a guy.
Yeah.
When you get past the tattoos.
I want to say that.
Yeah, let the case come out first.
Black and white, it's a bits of gray in it. We call that the R. Kelly and Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll throw him up there with the.
What about Kodiak Black?
I didn't listen to his album yet.
No.
I haven't
I
listened
think
to
I
it.
did.
God,
I
Lil
liked
Wayne
it.
dropped the Carter 5 this year.
Yeah.
Oh,
It wasn't
trash.
good, though.
Trash.
What? You didn't like it?
It wasn't that good.
It's because y'all young.
I think
No,
I think
his
people
best
hyped it
are
up.
the
too
Carter
much.
2 and the Carter 3.
He
Those are
took
his best.
Carter 3.
Yeah,
It's way better.
2 and 3 are his best.
Travis Scott, I see that dropped.
Astro
Yeah.
World.
I mean, that's a.
I'm
I
throwing
can
that
say a
Astro
classic.
World top 5, even though I listened to it late.
Up with Mozart. That's one of the greatest
Yeah,
artists
when it's
ever.
all, they just
You got,
artists.
you got
goat.
Scorpion.
Scorpion.
Drake.
I like Scorpion.
It's hard to remember
think
what
that's
songs were on Scorpion.
Phew.
That's where you had the
There's a
Kiki
lot.
challenge coming out.
Kiki.
Oh, those. Yeah.
He had a
it's
couple of
pretty
nice
good.
R&B ones, Jaded, and
That's the two-parter. It was like 10 songs rap, 10
Yeah.
songs
And the A and
R&B.
B side.
he had
Yeah.
Final Fantasy on there.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
Yeah, I enjoyed Scorpion. You didn't like Drake?
I'm not a Drake fan. I cannot stand him.
Look, really?
Yes.
Why? Why can't you stand Drake?
It's just, I don't know. I don't like his music.
I guess it all depends.
I really don't.
I mean, Drake really makes music for women. I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not something I'm gonna go down the road and I'm just be bumping that in my car. Like
I don't know.
I'm gonna say,
I can see Robin doing it.
I'm like
some
skin,
songs.
I'm light
Majority of the
skinned
songs.
too,
Well, nothing was the same. You just We're in a terrible cloudy day.
Let's be honest though. Most of Drake's music is for if you're boo loving.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He got some good rap songs.
Does anybody listen to Logic?
Yes.
Yes.
I enjoyed his
You
album.
are Logic.
The other one that
I'm
what was the last one that
Logic.
came out?
The Young Sinatra 5?
Mhm.
5. I think it's 5. That was a good album. I enjoyed that.
Oh, plus Eminem's album came out. I see
Oh,
nobody
yeah.
in this room likes Eminem.
I do like Eminem, but I'm not gonna. It was a nice album.
It was.
It was a nice
I didn't
little.
listen to it.
I'm still trying to fully understand the beef that he had with MGK.
Why?
Because
What was it about?
basically a tweet that MGK put out like 4 or 5 years ago about
his
Haley,
daughter.
talking about how Haley looking bad as shit,
Yeah.
and she was only like what,
Yeah.
14 at the time,
Yeah.
Okay.
and now he was just now responding to it. I was like, dude.
He's like, oh, I just heard the song after like that.
Equivalent to Kanye West just listening to Sicko Mode like the other day. It was just like, yo, Travis went on. He had a record with Drake?
Made a right. He's like looking at the map or GPS. Made a right.
Made a right.
Shit, that's my house. What is going on? Oh no, they're putting the pieces together. He had that
No.
serial killer music.
With
in the
Eminem
background.
though, he just put another 11-minute diss track about Justin Bieber and Ariana Grande out. So
What did Justin Bieber ever do to him?
exactly.
Yeah, that's
the name I've heard in a minute.
man.
Well, Justin Bieber.
Someone needs to check on Justin Bieber. It looks like he hasn't showered in like 2 months.
Oh, he's getting married though.
That's
Yeah,
true,
I think he's
he
about
did
to get
just
married.
That girl changed her name quick on Instagram.
Yeah, she knew what she was doing.
Yeah, she
I'll be
killed
doing the
bad.
same thing.
Tell you, she
Michelle
killed
Bieber.
Miss Bieber.
I'm Mrs. Bieber now.
It's a hell of a last name.
bad. I'm trying to change my name. Would you ever change your name?
Yes.
Did you ever change like?
I
your-
would. If I was getting married to
Last name.
Oprah, I would take her last name.
Robin.
That's actually a really.
I would take it.
That actually sounds really good.
It does.
Robin Oprah.
Like a movie star.
Robin.
Winfrey.
Winfrey.
Robin Winfrey.
Kind of like a Meryl Streep.
I don't know why I said.
I'll change it. Yep. If I was getting married to Meryl.
Robin Streep.
Robin Street.
And it would be Mr. and Mrs. Oprah Winfrey.
Yes.
Would you go with that?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I would do whatever Oprah wanted me to do. Like, what do you want me to do, Oprah? You just want me to cook and clean all that? I could do that for you, Oprah.
So you just basically put your balls in a.
I would give her my. I'd cut them off and give them to her. Look, Oprah, these are yours.
Should be on the show. You get balls. You get balls. You get balls.
Just put me on the bank account. I just want my name on bank. Like, that's all I want to do.
Give me a budget.
Yeah, just give me a budget. Like, come on now.
allowance, just a monthly.
Good credit score too.
I think if your wife makes that much more money than you and is that much more famous, then yes, I think you have to.
So should
Would you be?
should Jay-Z have taken Beyonce's name?
No, I think Jay-Z is bigger than Beyonce.
I think Beyonce's bigger.
Beyonce's bigger than Jay-Z.
I think
Think
Beyonce's net worth is more than Jay-Z's anyway, isn't it?
I don't know. Jay-Z pulled in, what was it, 900 million?
Yeah,
'Cause he
so
tied,
his whole business, yeah.
He tied what's her name? Kardashian. Yep.
Kardashian.
Yeah, she tied him. 900 million.
Imagine having that
So-
much money.
Kanye should take a Kardashian. Kanye Kardashian.
He should.
I mean, people do
Actually,
call
yeah.
him Kanye Kardashian West.
You need KK too.
KK.
There's some satanic ritual.
Oh,
Okay.
Kiki KK.
Exactly.
Oh, I just put that together.
Yeah, man. Kiki, do you love me? But of course, they say it's about a different Kiki
I don't know.
KK out in the world. But who knows? I mean, there's a lot of coincidences in Drake's music. I mean, you can make a lot of conspiracy theories, and a lot of them do make sense.
That's why I wasn't mad when Pusha outed him. Because I feel like Drake been sneak dissing people for years.
Oh yeah.
So
He's
when
like,
Pusha
you know
came
what?
out, I was like, I'm not mad at that.
It's like, you got a son with a stripper.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
Porn
You
star.
are hiding a
Porn star.
child.
Porn star.
There's a difference now.
There's a difference.
Porn star stripper.
She was soft porn.
We don't.
soft porn.
I
We
looked,
don't
I looked her.
slander
I looked her
porn
up. It's
stars.
soft porn.
You looked her up?
It's-
What does it
yeah,
mean?
it's soft
She got
porn.
good
Looked
feet.
her up.
She got some good feet. I will say she got some good feet. No, she did like the like she was never full naked. Like she just like
Yeah, it's very
Oh, like
soft.
Skinamax on Cinemax.
not even that. Like she just like they put like lotion on and things like that. It was nothing like crazy. Like
But how did
Mia
Drake
Khalifa.
find her? That's one thing. Did he see a video of like
He probably saw a video on Instagram. Probably DM'd her. Was like, yo, what's up?
young lady puts lotion on herself. I need to meet this girl.
Lotion on the skin.
But think about it. That's how crazy it would be to be Drake. Like you could have anybody. Like you see someone on TV. What's her name? Look her up. DM'd her.
As her
No
agent.
problem.
Remember that one girl from the Snickers commercial?
Yeah.
No, the one on the left. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what's your name? Find me on Instagram. It'd be that easy.
I'm telling you, I'm
If you
sure
wanted to.
Drake got pulled like that. I'm sure. Definitely, if
That's
you're
true.
doing just soft porn, you're making like $50,000 a year just doing that. Like,
That's true.
I mean, if you were Drake, I mean, no, if you were the girl and Drake DMs you, would you had nothing else going? Yeah, well, let's
That's
hang
like
out.
that's a max contract. That's like Joel Osteen in his super church, man. You know?
Max contract.
Yeah, he
You hit the lottery. You hit the lottery.
4 years, $63 million.
And you
It's
got it for
crazy.
18 years. Yeah, that's a lottery.
I actually just saw there was a post on Twitter. Osteen, his front seats actually cost $5,000 a piece.
Jesus.
That's
Just
crazy.
to attend the front seat in church.
That's
Wait, to attend the
to
church?
attend.
Well, to get that seat,
Yeah.
I'm sure it's just like in an NBA center. The farther you go out, the
Oh my
less the
God.
ticket costs. But just think
That's
about
ridiculous.
that. And I bet you they're still passing around the offering plate.
Probably
Like,
are.
come on, guys.
Yep. Here's oh, you don't have cash? What's your credit card information? Here's,
Exactly.
fill out this slip.
I
Oh, I'm sure that
guarantee
happens.
We have sent all major credit cards.
Now you know about that pastor who got flack for buying his wife was like a Lamborghini SUV.
Yeah,
Church
Mhm.
money.
a
Yeah.
Lamborghini
Now,
SUV. I
yeah.
need to see a picture of this.
So he bought her one on and then it was posted on social media, things like that, and he was getting flack for it because he's just a mega church pastor, really.
Yeah.
Now,
But
I
he
mean, I don't
knows
think
what
he's
he's
no
doing.
TD Jakes and things like that, but
Yeah.
you know,
They-
it came
they
in
know
that
what they're doing.
It came in that whole conversation. It was like, where did you get the money for this?
I know
Now,
where he got
apparently
the money
he had a show on Oprah Winfrey's network and things like that,
Right.
which he could get money from. But then again, it's just like
But how much are people who watch these
What's his name? Pastor John
episode
Gray?
reruns?
I think that's
in
him.
TD
A
Jakes?
Lamborghini what? SUV?
It was an SUV.
Is that the normal thing now? Is there like a Ferrari SUV as well?
So I didn't
I'm
know
sure they
it was
would
a
make
thing.
some.
Yeah, if they don't have one out now, they'll probably have one out soon enough. Because I've been hearing a lot about the Lamborghini SUVs.
So I'm an SUV guy. I'm a huge SUV guy.
Yeah, it's
Always.
a good one.
I would definitely. The Porsche ones are the
I like the
favorite.
Porsche ones.
I forget what specific brand they are.
It just got. Yeah, I like about the Porsche ones.
Tesla
Is
X.
back tires are just like
Massive.
Yeah,
Look like a
massive.
Rocket League car.
Yeah, a Rocket
Massive.
League
All you
car.
need is like blue flamethrower. Blue
Nice shot! Nice shot!
What a save!
What a save!
Game is so frustrating. I still play it from time to time.
A
And I still can't get
$200,000
champion.
Lamborghini.
How much?
$200,000.
Honestly, not bad. I would expect it to be more.
Good God.
I think it was for her birthday.
No,
Was
really.
it?
If it's red or yellow, I'm gonna freak out.
Red or
Or
yellow.
yeah, black would be tough too.
It's not working.
Oh, so it doesn't actually show in this video.
Yeah, you can't really see it because of that light.
Oh.
But still, I got imagination. I'm sure it's something
Something
just
crazy
disgusting.
looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. if it wasn't paid with church money, then I have no problem with it.
The person who posted this goes, "How you pulling up to church service tomorrow knowing your pastor just bought his wife a Lambo?"
Yeah, it's like the ones that buy the jets and things like that. It's like you really need a jet.
Hey,
How would you really feel about that though? You pull up to church.
As long as he's
a
not
helicopter
using
pad.
like
On top of the church.
Yeah.
Who is this for?
Yeah.
Where's our pastor at? He's usually here early. Everything starts shaking. It's like he's here.
Oh, here he comes. Oh shit.
Here he
Theme music
comes.
hits.
He's like a super pastor. He like descends from his helicopter
Yeah.
into.
All white, no socks.
There's a Gucci flip flops on.
Gucci flip flops.
Gucci
Has the
Gucci
Apple
robe.
Watch on.
Yeah, I can imagine they're making like Gucci robes too. I'm sure someone out there has a nice Gucci.
The
robe.
Pope probably has a Gucci robe.
How much does he pull in? But what does he do?
Nothing.
What does he do?
The
Like,
Pope?
That's a full time thing. You wake
I
up.
don't. He doesn't. I'm sure he
Daily
doesn't get
grind is
paid. I'm sure
Jesus.
everything he gets is covered for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's similar to like being a president, like that kind of stuff.
That's true. Like,
You know, I don't think
There's so many
I mean,
ways
he's-
to circulate the
even
bag.
in the Pope they have in now, even if they would like give him like a large sum of money, I don't think he would do anything with it. He'd probably just donate
Oh, man,
it.
he's too old.
Yeah,
He's not doing anything with that.
he'd do something with that.
He'd be jet skiing in Venice. Buys a couple of jet skis.
Look like Jay-Z.
Yeah, with a little hat on. It's like, come on, bro.
Those
You can't jet
pictures are the
ski.
best.
Huh?
The pictures are the best with Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Every picture that Jay-Z is in, he just looks like he's in full panic mode.
Yeah.
Like, he's having
Yeah.
an existential crisis.
Oh my god, where's give me a booth?
Like the one
right
gif, he's like, I don't know where it's from, the context, but he has like, I think he has glasses on, and he's just like rocking back and forth, like,
Yeah.
all over his face. Like, oh god, like, what are you worried about? Yeah, you got $1 billion.
Yeah.
What are you worried
I
about?
have rich people problems.
It's like DJ Khaled when he wrecked his jet ski.
Yeah. Which I haven't heard. He hasn't released anything
No.
recently.
That's true. What do you argue about though when you're celebrities like that? I'm sure you got your own lives and stuff you need to do, but if you're like, say your job is really laid back and you just have more money than you know what to do with it, like what do you argue about with your significant other?
Well, you've seen the video of DJ Khaled arguing with his wife.
Yeah, well that's just annoying. Like, dude, stop.
Probably things like that. You know.
Yeah.
What they argue about?
Stupid.
He was trying to Snapchat her, and she was like working out with the trainer, right? And she just kind of like
She
went
snapped.
off on
She
him.
was like,
yeah,
bro,
she snapped.
stop.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't delete the video. Like,
No, you kept it. You like posted it.
Yeah, it was
like,
posted and everything. It was like, nah, you gotta delete that stuff. Like,
I'm sure he gets paid this post and post and post
Yeah.
and post. Because you see the same thing every day. Like, the sun is shining on me. You got that big ass white T-shirt.
Yeah,
on,
the
the
big-
sun is shining.
he's supposed to be a spokesperson for Weight Watchers too.
Bro, see, what I like about Twitter, they really kind of there's a tweet for everything, and you can have a tweet that speaks directly to your heart. And it's the one where DJ Khaled, they're like, "Don't be surprised," or "Let this ignore," or I'm trying to word it better. Basically, not distracting from the fact that DJ Khaled hasn't lost weight in 3 years. Like he's still the same size.
Yes. Yep. As the spokesperson for Weight Watchers.
Yeah, like all he does is elliptical and does like a couple punches on the. I follow him on Snapchat, so I know everything.
Can you imagine?
I see what he does.
Could you imagine being that company's rep? Like, look, they're like, Mr. Khaled, you haven't lost any weight. We gave you this contract 3 years ago. So like,
Yeah.
you gotta do something. People aren't buying our products.
Looks like he's eating good. I bet it's
I was
like.
like, hey, I haven't lost weight and I haven't gained any. Weight
Yeah.
watching.
We're watching my weight.
And he seems like the type of dude who works out, eats a good breakfast and lunch, and then just goes to the club every night and pounds his Ciroc bottles.
Ciroc.
Or whatever it is. He's the one of the representatives. Or is it only Diddy?
No, he's
You got French Montana too.
everybody's on Ciroc now.
Just pounding and going to the clubs, Miami every night. Like, dude, that's why you're so fat.
Yeah, you drinking Ciroc all over your gut.
Yeah.
So much Ciroc.
I wonder how he even got famous. Like, usually with DJs and other artists, you know their old stuff. There's like, there's classics, but
I can't think of a
He
classic.
shouted his name out in everybody's
Yeah.
record, dude. Like,
so what is he, a
yeah.
DJ or a producer? Or maybe he's just a person who
He
gets
did both.
everybody together, He doesn't really do
That's what I think
anything
he
except
does,
organize.
just comes up with the beat, sells them to artists, and on
DJ
that beat, he
Khaled.
shouts his name out.
Yeah.
We the best. I can't think of any classic DJ Khaled records. I just can't.
I'm so hood.
Yeah,
I'm so okay. I'm so hood's
So
probably that's
Hood.
the first one I can think of. I'm so hood.
That's like the beginning.
That's
like
the
the-
creation
That's
of
the
Khaled.
main one I remember because I think he's on the album of it. Just like
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So that probably was it then.
But before that, like,
But Lil Wayne was on that too.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean at that point, how big Lil Wayne was back then. I mean, that's a wrap.
Has his famous line, DJ Khaled,
We the best. Who we nigga?
Why was it so perfect? Why was it so perfect?
Yeah, he does have. Yeah, he does. That's pretty good. That's a good one.
But I want to see what happened beforehand. Like, what was he doing? Was he doing like small techno beats on the ocean side of Miami?
Probably.
And he's like little, like you would do at Ocean City or something.
He probably sold a couple beats.
Yeah.
Like the I'm So Hood one, I bet you he sold that to them.
That's true.
You know, and like anybody,
But was it even a good beat?
it wasn't
It was.
I mean, it was pretty decent.
today. I mean, not to today.
Not to
Yeah.
today's standards.
Yeah,
no.
back then.
Remember
that's
that,
true.
yeah.
Yeah. Because I remember that's why I always played on the bus. That was like one of the things I played in the morning.
Yeah.
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 I gotta
Start
get
your
ready.
day off right. We the best.
My little MP3 player.
Oh man,
Little iPod touches.
I remember I had my iPod Nano.
I remember I lost mine.
Dude,
Well,
I hated the
stolen.
iPod.
Did it?
Man. I was like,
Stolen
why the hell would you
lockers.
even make this thing? It's like so tiny.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know about y'all. I had a Discman.
Oh.
I mean, I'm 32.
I had a CD player.
I had a CD
I
player.
remember the CD player. It just always skipped. It's like you
pushed it.
couldn't move it.
So I hated
Yeah, you really
Yeah,
had to
you
like serve it on like
yeah.
a platter.
Dude, I literally seen a meme about a CD player. It's like kids today will never know.
Yeah, I saw that one.
I was like, yeah, man. I remember I sat it down on my bus seat, went over a pothole and scratched my damn disc.
Oh man.
Can't touch the top
I
of
was
it.
so
Get to the top
Can't
and
take
push
like,
it out.
oh
We'll
no.
be cleaning the little lens on the alcohol.
Like, it's over.
Get one of those little cranks that the disc cleaner is supposed to pick up all the scratches.
Yep.
They let the spray and things like that. Yeah, I remember that.
Just like LimeWire.
LimeWire. Yep.
I never got into LimeWire. I stayed away.
We used BearShare.
BearShare, that's what
We
we
used
used.
BearShare.
Well, I had
We
LimeWire.
definitely were overdue for like 1,000 viruses, man.
Oh my, that's how we
Nothing
got our
was safe
viruses.
about it.
Nothing was safe about it. It was just like, oh, this file.
That's one of the ways I learned how cruel the world is.
Yes.
People give me viruses for no reason. Like,
Just for no, like,
why would someone do that?
No.
What's your problem, man?
Why would you just try to listen to my?
My dad get pissed. His
Literally.
computer be all slow. He's trying to do his work.
He's like, what the fuck is BearShare?
Yeah. I used to get my stuff from live mixtape stuff.
Yeah.
Live mixtapes. I mean, I guess we have to appreciate how far we've come with technology because now it's easy. Spotify. I mean, who would have thought in 2004? Like,
Yeah.
You have to burn the CD from BearShare. You got to find the right audio
burn the
set.
CD. I know, right? I mean, cars shouldn't even come with CD players these days. They should just come with the aux cord. I mean, at that point, I mean, who uses CDs now?
No, not even
That's
aux
true.
cord, just
Bluetooth.
Bluetooth.
Yeah, Bluetooth. Yeah, true. Yeah, Bluetooth.
Honestly.
That's all you need. I mean, at this point.
Nobody needs a 3-foot aux cord to reach all the way to the back anymore.
Really, just connect with Bluetooth.
Pass the
That's
aux
so cool.
cord. Is that your leg?
I got the next banger. It's like, yo, your speaker's alright.
Yeah. Like, then you gotta worry about your speaker blowing out, like ruining half the car. But now everyone has like a decent speaker.
Yeah.
If you have a relatively new model, then you're set.
It'd be interesting to see what's like the next thing. Because, you had the CDs, you had the MP3, you had the Bluetooth.
Radio
You know.
waves.
Yeah, I mean.
Go right into your mind,
Right into
man.
your brain, you just
Right
right
to
plays
your
it,
brain.
insert a little
Put the
switch.
chip in or
Some
something.
Black Mirror stuff. Actually, I think a new season is coming out in the next week.
I haven't watched any.
Really, it'll
Yeah.
change your life.
Will it?
Start today.
I might
Black
check it
Mirror
out.
is
For that.
really good.
Yeah, I might have to check that out.
That's how
Black
I
Mirror.
that's how I recognized the main actor in Get Out because he was on Black Mirror before that.
The black guy?
Yeah,
Have you everybody here seen Get Out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
masterpiece.
Okay.
It was so
Masterpiece. Yeah.
beautifully written.
Yeah.
I would have to say.
Saw in theater.
Yeah.
Shit was good.
It was good.
And I was a big
Same.
Key and Peele fan from the start.
Yeah.
That
I don't know.
was
I was when I knew it was them. Oh, well, I guess what's his name? Jordan directing it. I was like,
That's what everybody said.
Really?
I was like, yeah, because he doesn't put out. He didn't ever put out anything before,
Right.
and
Well,
they've
I
done
think my
things.
boy-
They've been part of projects before, but it was never like good.
Yeah.
Like it was always just like these the funny guys. You
Yeah, I
know?
can see. But that
But this
really
was
kind of
like-
solidified. He's coming out with a new movie.
Candyman.
Yeah, is that what it's called?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
redirecting Candyman.
I'm ready for that.
So am I.
That's one thing I don't
That
get the
movie
privilege to do
screwed
is
me
watch
up.
Fuck
movies.
Candyman. I cannot
in
watch
Germany.
That,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Turn the lights off, say it 3 times in here. Oh.
That's one of those movies that fucked me up as a kid.
Yeah.
I swear on everything.
That was the
That
one.
and it.
I couldn't do Hellraiser.
Hellraiser was freaky. It was just that guy and
Pinhead.
Pinhead.
They have
yeah,
a new one out.
freaky.
It's not, I can't watch it.
For
I'm
a
scared.
while, I couldn't do the Jeepers Creepers, but like I think
That
I
was
was
the
like
ending with the
13.
eye holes.
I was cool. I could
Yeah.
do Jeepers Creepers.
I think
Watched
for
all 3 of
me,
them.
for me, it was more video games like Twisted Metal Black. That was the
Yes.
stuff that really messed me up.
Yes.
Like I really had trouble sleeping at night. I was like, this game really just has me fucked up right now.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of scary movies. I saw The Quiet Place.
Never heard of
Have
it.
you guys seen that?
Is it good?
It's very good.
Is it?
It's not like a it's things jump out and scare you.
Yeah.
It's just there's these monsters in the world where if you make any type of sound, the monsters tone into it and they attack you. So you can't make any
It's kind of like
noise.
Stranger Things.
Something
Yeah,
like that. You
later,
just can't
yeah.
make any noises at all. Like it opens up the scene with like the guy, main character's son gets like just eaten because he has like a little toy spaceship, and they took the batteries out of it, but he put them back in and they didn't know.
It sounds familiar, actually.
Yeah, and then walking and plays a noise and everybody stops and the monster comes out of the woods and snatches it off.
Well, what is it called?
The Quiet Place.
I might have seen that. That sounds really familiar.
I don't think I've ever seen
Yeah,
it.
it's good. It's very good. But no, I like movies like that.
What
Scary
about-
movies like
You
that.
seen Don't Breathe?
Don't Breathe. No.
These guys like break into the deaf man's house. No, I seen that.
Yeah, I think
seen
I have.
That was good, actually.
Yeah.
I think I have not.
And the
Yeah.
twisted ending was like
at the end.
Yeah,
The girls in the basement.
yeah. I was like, dude. What
Okay,
was
yeah, I know
going
what you're
on?
talking about.
This
Now. Yeah,
little
I've seen that.
Or that resembled his
Daughter. or
previously
something.
dead daughter or something.
Yeah.
like that. It was really
He was
spoiler
fucking had
alert.
semen in his little thing.
Yeah, dude. What?
yeah,
He's
yeah.
trying to like. That movie was
Yeah,
twisted.
I've never
Holy-
seen
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah, it was actually good. The whole time you're just like, no way.
Yeah.
You doing that? It gets weird and weird. Like not the semen. Like and it's like little turkey baster. Like, oh no, not the semen.
Sticks in his mouth.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's wild. Oh man.
that just brought back a flood of unwanted memories, unwanted visual pictures.
That is
Think it would be sick.
semen in a turkey baster.
There you go. See the 911. That button right
We're
here.
gonna press this button. We're gonna press this button right now. So you just got back from South Africa.
Yeah, man.
So cultural wise, how much different is it from United States?
Yeah, it's super different. I would say it's South Africa. To me, is a completely different culture and what they're going through as far as economically, even moral.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of those things where you kind of always have to watch your back, and you see a lot of poverty. Even in like the really nice looking cities, there's a lot of homeless people and people just trying to make a quick buck. So for example, there'll be like a free parking spot in the middle of the city, but you have these guys in these makeshift yellow vests, and they're trying to get you to pay a parking fee.
Wow.
Like 1 rand, 2 rand, which is the equivalent of like 50 cents in the US, even less, maybe even 20 cents.
Yeah.
But they try to point out, like, as you're parking, they're like, yeah, you can park there, bro. And you're supposed to be like, yeah, thanks, here's a couple of dollars.
Yeah.
So that's what they do all day. And it's basically like, you give me money, or while you're gone, I'm going to fuck your car up. Like, I'm going to like, scratch your car. So I remember one time we were on we went to this coffee shop, and we parked.
How much is a coffee? Just to kind of get like a good like basis for like if 1 rand is like 50 cents, how much like would a coffee be?
Well, even better. So like a 300-gram steak, 400 grams maybe with everything, you know, 2 sides would probably cost you about $20, even less, $20 just in U.S. currency. But as far as like that's really like a nice like, you know, 5-star meal almost can cost you like $30 maximum.
Oh wow.
Like everything is super cheap.
Yeah.
So I mean, money, like you can just give it away. And we found ourselves a lot of times just, you know, South African currency, there's so much of it, but it doesn't mean anything. So you can give away 200 rands, like $3.
And they think you're like,
Wow.
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Because that can get you a lot as when you go to the supermarkets there or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I remember this one time we parked and we kind of had our eye on the people who are around our cars, like trying to pull a quick scheme. And so we get back and the guy is kind of pointing at our car, like we're trying to just back out at this point. We already parked, mission complete, like we don't need your help. And so we come back and he's asking for money, saying like, I told you where to park, blah, blah, blah. And like, I don't mind giving people money, but if you're trying to like haggle me and force me out of, you know, having money, then that's not going to really work. So keep in mind, we're with 4 people. And so he kind of understood the situation. He's like, yeah, whatever. So he starts to walk away a little bit, right? And so he's looking back, glancing every, you know, couple seconds, and he picks up this tiny, like, little stone. So we're looking like, oh, okay, he's about to bust the window when we go by, because it's like a one-way street. So we have our eye on him, like, what is he doing? He looks back, starts mouthing something Afrikaans, and then he picks up this massive rock. It's like a huge brick. I'm like, dude, like, he's ready to go to war. It's just him, like, all these guys are just like, you know, I'm sure there's squads of, you know, they got squads in South Africa, but this guy was like a lone ranger. He just picked up this massive brick and like, dude, he's really about to just destroy our rental car. But then we started videotaping and kind of, you know, keeping an eye on him, and I think he got scared.
Got scared.
But dude, like the fact that you would even try that, it's crazy.
That's funny. That's funny.
Like
wow.
all common sense just goes out the window, and you're just thinking about busting the window of a rental car.
Now is South Africa like real racist? Because that's what I remember like hearing on like news and like reading about it. Is like they have a big race problem down there.
You definitely get some of that, but what is really fascinating, and I'm sure a lot of people realize as well, or maybe not, but South Africa is predominantly black. And there's
really,
yeah.
So I just had a conversation the other day.
So you think it's the most like, you know, Europeanized country, but there's a lot of black people. I would even say from what I've saw, the 2 cities that I was in, it was probably 80%. African.
Yeah, I would have never guessed that. Yeah, just the other day I was telling somebody you were coming home, and we were talking about South Africa. I was like, yeah, it's really white, just because, the British and the French down there and things like that. But no, I would have never guessed that. Wow.
Yeah, so of course you have the clusters where it's predominantly white residents, but there's a big the numbers. It's really not even at all. But you also see a lot of the economic aspect. A lot of the white families have most of the money.
Yeah.
And so I think that's why with the new president, there was a huge issue going on that the new black president of South Africa was taking the farmland back from the white owners, because the white owners the Europeans took in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So he's basically trying to take it back and give it to black farmers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But after having the farmland for so many years and so many decades, even centuries maybe, you see there's a lot of like
to take it from them.
Yeah. But at this point, it's just like the gap is so big, and people end up like rallying together and killing just for land, or killing the owners and saying this is our land. If you don't give it to us, we're gonna kill you.
So is there a lot of black farmers in South Africa?
See, that's what I wasn't really able to see. It's more from word of mouth. As far as farmland, it was more vineyards and just safari.
Oh yeah.
But I was talking to him the other day. Like once you drive 5 miles out of the city, it's just like safari. It's like you're really.
So you went on the safari.
Yeah, I did.
How was
March.
that?
It was actually really cool.
Yeah.
They were telling us there were some animals that we couldn't post just because of the conservation issues.
You couldn't post?
Yeah,
Like
because then you have actually poachers.
Oh yeah,
with the
okay.
Post.
Gotcha.
So that was one thing they were really serious about. But
Yeah.
we got to see all different types of animals, and we were able to go to a cheetah farm, a lion farm.
Yeah.
And you get to hold like the baby lions and stuff like that. So it was cool. Like your first real exotic animal, and you get to touch them and like.
Cool.
They're like biting and scratching you. So it was a weird experience. But
did you like realize how strong these things are by holding it?
see, but these were more like baby cubs. But what was interesting, they have like on each side they have like masses of land. So you have like a fenced-in area, but it's like hundreds of acres.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a bunch of lions at the front of the gate, and what they do is they pick out the weakest one in the group.
Mm-hmm.
So it just so happens there was another family visiting the farm with us, or the cheetah farm, and one of the kids was in crutches.
Yeah.
And like he had like a really bad limp. I'm not sure from what. It wasn't like a typical physical injury. It was more from like genetics.
Yeah.
And the lions were just following him back and forth along the fence. Wherever he would walk, the lions would go too, and follow him back and forth. So they already chose who the weakest link was. So in case they were able to get through the fence, that person would be the first target.
Wow.
So it's kind of
That's
messed up.
Could you imagine having brothers, right? And you're like going out, you go see these lions, and the one just keeps following you back. It's just like, nah, I'm not dying. I don't know why he's following me there. You're the weakest one out of all of us. I told you you're weak.
I told you. Check that kid out. No, the other one.
Yeah.
I swear if I could do this,
I would jump on him. Yeah, wow, that's funny.
So you wouldn't really, it's like these small things you wouldn't think of, but that's what,
Yeah.
that's what revolves around animals. Like,
But you don't see a lot in, I was going to say jails here, zoos. You don't see a lot of that in zoos because it kind of, after, I guess, certain generations, it kind of just disappears because they don't need to rely on it as much.
Instinct.
Yeah, it just kind of goes away.
Exactly. I actually heard there's more cheetahs in U.S. zoos than there are in the wild, which gives you something
I
to
can
think
believe
about.
it.
Right?
I can believe it.
And that doesn't even amount for the people who have pets, like cheetah pets. Like,
Yeah.
doesn't Mike Tyson have a cheetah?
I watched a documentary in the Middle East where they had it was about exotic animals and pets
those
and
just
things
are
like
crazy.
that. And those are crazy, man. They're like wrestling with it and things like that. It's like if that thing switches within 1 second, you get your neck done.
You're done.
Exactly. No way.
Jugular.
Yeah. Oh, can you imagine this? He's like, it's like you think of like a big dog like jumping on you playing. Just think of a massive lion just jumping on you,
No
around.
problem.
No.
It's like, nah, I'm good.
The East is a completely different type of people. I mean,
Yeah.
you see these videos where they're like in an SUV on 2 wheels, like just 3 people on top of
Yeah,
the SUV. Like,
balancing, driving down the road.
like those people are crazy. I gotta give props because I couldn't do that. Riding SUVs, 2 wheels, having cheetahs as pets. No way.
Yeah, no. There's
me,
no way I'm doing that. No, that's wild.
Which one?
All of that.
All of it?
Yeah, 2 wheels, SUV going down the road, cheetah as a pet. I don't know. because I remember Mr. Toomey,
Yeah.
science teacher.
Yeah.
He had when he was in Texas, he said he had a friend had I think it was like a Black Panther it was like a panther as a pet, and it said they had to feed it like whole chickens every day, just whole chickens.
Imagine the cost for that.
Yeah, I was saying, do you imagine how much that would cost just feeding this animal? I don't think they had he said he used to ride around in the back of the pickup truck.
About to go to Sam's Club, pick up 20 chickens.
Yeah, just go.
Some Kirkland chickens.
Place a special order for some chickens. Why you need this, sir? Big party? Nah, it's actually my cat.
My cat.
What do you do though if you pull up with somebody that has a Black Panther in the back of a pickup truck?
I sit in my car.
What would you do?
Back of the Ferrari, just okay.
Someone's gonna sit in them and be like,
I will wait in the parking lot until they leave.
Well, I want to know, do they drug them up if they go out? Like, I'm going to the store.
That's yeah.
And if there's like a little shot or something.
I'm sure they don't.
nah, yeah, I don't think they do. They probably just put it on a leash and tie it to your, you know. I'm sure it's like a chain. I'm not talking like a little. This is like a chain, double wrap, tie it to the back, bro.
Chain mail.
Yeah.
But how would you even go about domesticating these types of? Because even with bears, like there's some people who are able to.
I'm just thinking that
so
people has bears as pet.
That would be cool.
I still don't think
that would not be
possible.
cool.
I don't
You've
see
seen
how people say they can domesticate an animal like that. Like, no, you can't.
You've seen the
instinct
Covenant,
is still
not the
inside.
Covenant, the Revenant.
The Revenant.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
I was actually a big fan. I really liked it.
And after watching that, you still think it's cool to have a bear?
I think it'd be cool if he was, on his best behavior. If
There's a scene in this
according to
movie
plan.
where this bear it just rapes this guy. Like it just destroys him, and you really see like the full like attack of a bear like on a man.
I think it's always hard to comprehend that bears are faster than humans. Like you can't outrun a bear.
That's the craziest thing to think about. Yeah, because they can run up to what 35,
40
even 40. Yeah, but they can't run downhill.
No, they can't.
Yeah. They can't run
There's
downhill.
something about the way that they're built, and I guess it's like putting a lot of extra strain on like their wrist or whatever.
That's a science experiment to try. Push a bear down like a super steep hill.
Push a bear and then run down a hill and let the bear chase you. That's
You down?
Mythbusters.
You're Shrek?
We can give it a try.
Okay.
We can give it a try.
Put some hurdles in front of them.
Yeah. We'll get the easiest bear. What is it? Is it brown stay down, black attack, and then white good night or something like that? Like, basically, you're not getting away from a polar bear.
I mean,
I think it's
Aren't polar bears like the most vicious?
Yeah.
ones?
Polar bears are
Brown stay
vicious.
down.
you got grizzly bears.
No, it's brown.
Brown's the weak.
Brown stay down.
Yeah.
Black attack. I don't know.
Black bears.
Don't quote me, kids.
Yeah.
Like if you get in the.
Look, if you see a bear, you should just.
I mean, I'm running.
Yeah, like you said, black attack.
It's like the same thing with the
black
snakes.
attack.
Like, red bands touches yellow, fight a fellow. Red touches black. It's a friend of Jack.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not fucking with the snake
Yeah,
anyway.
if it's a snake, I ain't touching it.
Yeah.
I really gotta think about
I
that.
don't have time to look at the bands. I see a snake, I'm going the other way. Like, I'm not getting bit.
No.
And then people actually like hunt bears. That's
Yeah.
the crazy thing about it. Like I had a boss one time. He told me that he had a former boss of his would go bear hunting, and then I think it's Maryland. You can only hunt with a certain weapon during bear season.
Yeah.
And I believe it's like a crossbow, and you can have a
That's not
sidearm.
even fair. That's
Who
like
hunts a bear with a crossbow?
Exactly. It's a crossbow, and you can have a sidearm or like a pistol or something, right?
that's like fighting a wolf with a sword.
Yeah, you imagine that. Like, you think like you'd be
Like a
alright,
claymore.
but
You hit it once, it's still coming.
Yeah, this isn't an RPG. This
Yeah.
is World of Warcraft. You're
so
gonna die.
he said the bear backtracked him, and he said he went around a bush, and the bear was right there, and said just swiped at his arm, took his arm clean off now,
What?
and so he's like, well, and the bear, took out my 45, and I shot the bear.
So there's one arm.
He was like, so the bears are a rug at my house now. And my boss was like, so was it worth it? Like, you lost an arm.
So you have a bear
For a rug, and,
and now you have your arm up on the
Yeah.
mantle.
And I was thinking, I was like, I don't know if I would go hunting for something that could hunt me. Like
Yeah,
deer, I'd be cool with.
Yeah.
A bear,
No.
No.
It's like coyotes.
Yeah,
People go out hunt coyotes.
I would coyote. I would hunt because you can be up in a tree, and I don't think a bear would climb a tree. A coyote,
But then you have a clean shot. You
Yeah.
just gotta climb a tree
I
first,
bet
and you're
you-
just like a little closer.
I bet you that coyote's got gang members. around the
True,
corner
yeah,
waiting for
That's
you.
true. Yeah, that's true. It's
You
yeah,
see one, shoot them. Shit, 6 more coming around that
True
corner.
away.
Trey Lane.
your ass.
Stupid. Gang, gang.
I would definitely hunt if it was like an outrageous like weapon, like a scar or
See?
RPG. Just hunt bears.
I mean,
imagine.
but that's where the laws come in. You can't hunt with certain weapons.
Yeah.
Like I know in the South, you can hunt like wild hogs with,
I feel like
with
anything
anything.
goes.
Yeah, anything with wild hogs, you can hunt
I
with
think they
anything.
have a problem with them now. Though.
They have a
It's like-
huge problem with wild hogs. Like, it's,
kill you too.
Yeah, anytime, any day, any time, place, year, you can hunt wild hogs down there. And the regular just pigs, but they're just they eat land and destroy things. So you hunt with, ARs, scars, AK-47 if you have one. You can
That would be cool.
you can hunt them. No problem.
See, so what is actually, this was actually a long time ago that I read this article, but apparently they're making a motion to make it legal in Texas to wield swords and stuff like that. Has anyone else read that, or is it just me? I swear it wasn't a fake article. I swear
In some places you're allowed to.
I would love to see a sword fight just break out. Like you're at a bar at
I'm
like
pretty-
3 a.m. You step out drunk as shit, like, hey, what'd you say to
Hey,
me?
what you say to me, boy?
And pull out just like a giant sword. You're going
I'd be
at it.
down for that. See, I think in jails, right, they should have like an arena format like they did in like Greece back in the day. Like if someone goes to jail, right, and now it gets a little weird because some people might go to jail for things they didn't go for, right? But if some person goes to jail for murder, they're in there for life, and they sign a waiver saying, look, you can fight in this arena, if you want. They sign the waiver, they go in like gladiator style, just fight. Inmates just fighting each other, right?
So do they win their freedom?
I was about to say, do they win their freedom? If
No, they don't win their freedom.
It's like we actually gas you afterwards, so you die.
Yeah.
But even all right, just take away that and just say, no matter what they get in for jail, you can win your freedom if you fight and you win.
I don't know, man.
I'd be down for that. I'd be down. I'd watch that.
I'm good on that.
I would watch the
I
hell
would
out of that.
escape with a serious case of PTSD.
That's very true. Yeah, I didn't get that far. I'm just like,
down the
look,
road.
just imagine like people just sword fighting for their freedom.
Well, I would be down for that. Get a big two-handed like claymore. Swinging. Ting.
Nah, that'd be cool.
I could see that something like that taking place in some of the prisons though. Like, have you seen what is it? The Russians' top or the worst prisons in the world? Like,
Yeah, I
a
saw
lot of them
that.
are in Russia.
Like
Yeah.
Siberia.
Yeah.
Siberia.
Like
And they got
the
these like
corner
big
of
like
the ocean.
freaking horse dogs that are like if
I've
someone
seen
escapes,
those,
they just
yeah.
release them.
Yeah, that is crazy. I can
Yeah.
imagine.
No,
Being
that's
in the
funny.
corner of the world.
Like these dudes are like locked up behind like 3 or 4 different doors
It's
with
like,
like
damn.
5 different keys and everything. I was like, Jesus.
It's like, oh, it's so weird. Like, what do you have to do actually to get there? Like,
I'm just so
They had,
That's
I
what
know
they
they said
country's
one of the
top
guys they
recruitment
had in
for.
there, it was like Russians, Hannibal Lecter.
jeez.
So he was in there. Like this dude apparently killed his neighbor and then like chopped him up. He said like he ate some of his flesh like raw.
That's
and then
crazy.
He cut up the rest of them and passed it out to his rest of his neighbors and said it's deer meat.
That's
They-
pretty hardcore.
that is.
Yeah, you deserve to be in a Russian.
Because all right,
Yeah,
in
that's
Siberia,
something wrong
off
with
the
you.
Siberia.
Yeah, he was just
rest
like,
of
I
your
didn't
life.
mean to kill him, but when I did, and I started dismembering his body, and then the thought just popped in my head just to try a piece of it, so I cut off a
It's like,
part
well,
of his
I'm already this
leg.
far.
I ate it. It wasn't that bad, so I cut up more of them and started eating that, and I started cutting up more and passed it out to different
I
people.
think my
Like,
neighbor Bob would love
it's
this.
Like, what the heck?
Well, they say human flesh has the same consistency as pork.
I can imagine that.
They say even the skin and all that same consistency as
I
pork.
mean, I'm not trying it.
I'm not trying human flesh.
I'm good on it.
I'm good.
I'm good.
But look, man, some slow cooked pork shoulders. Hey,
But what's the difference?
what's the difference? Eh? I guess one point when we reach like a apocalypse, we'll find out.
Like, this is what really
But,
radiated human flesh.
Smooth skin.
Do you actually have the new Fallout?
no, I heard it was
I
trash.
heard it was terrible.
Yeah, I heard it was
That's
trash.
something I avoided.
Didn't even bother with it.
Didn't even turn your head to it. Completely ignored it.
It's like I'm not gonna waste my money on this.
But I needed to find something to keep my time, keep me occupied. I feel like I just lose track. Like I don't play for like a month or something like that, and then I just lose interest.
Yeah, then you waste your money on buying these new games. It's like you don't get time to it, and then you just. No, I feel you on that. I'm the same way with a bunch of stuff.
But you have a bunch of games, so you always have a big library to
Yeah.
choose from.
But then I'm looking at like, what do I play?
I've narrowed mine down. Shoot, I didn't even buy Madden this year.
No?
No.
I heard weird things about it too. But I'm not much of a Madden guy. I'm more of a FIFA. I'm a FIFA player.
Yeah, me and Madden, like I was good with it, like the earlier ones, but like they just like made so many changes to help out like new players. It's
Oh,
just,
that's the
like,
worst.
God.
I used to have 2K now. All I see is 2K videos, just like the multiplayer experience, and people running around like doing the Dougie and like dabbing.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
2K
Not
has
playing
to be
basketball.
rated. 2K is bringing in the money because all their games are so like with Reese's. There's the Ruffles challenge that they have. They have so many different contracts that they're bringing in hell of money.
Yeah,
And the game's the exact same game as last year. That's crazy.
I mean, it happens every year. Like you have to spend VC if you want your dude to be nice. Like
yeah, exactly.
You go out to the park, try to do something with your 70 overall, and you'll get cooked up a couple times. You go in saying I'm not spending VC, and then you by like 8 o'clock that night you already spent like $50 in VC, upgraded to an 87 overall. Like yes, do that shit to me now.
Yeah. And then you see like a 95 like pro like what do they call them, like the perfect shooters or like
the stretch bigs and the sharpshooters. And
the sharpshooters. Like, it's easy making threes like K.
That's fine. I'm right here. My hands in his face. He shouldn't make it.
Swish, Curry.
So as we close out this podcast, what are the moral of the stories we talked about today? You think we opened? You weren't here for this one. We talked about the wrestling referee.
Wrestling, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the one that made the guy cut his dreads?
Yeah. Quick, what's your thoughts on that?
I would like to know since you're able because you wrestled, didn't you? No, you played basketball.
I never wrestled.
I thought you wrestled at some point, but just imagine like for basketball, if they made you like cut your hair, your hair is right now.
Because the dude said that from what I read of it, the kid had his hair covered. It was like it's not like he gave him any type of advantage at all, which I don't see how it would give him an advantage in wrestling.
Yeah,
honestly, I can see it as a disadvantage.
It was covered.
I feel like his opponent could have possibly like grabbed his hair or something like that. I don't know.
That would be an advantage for him anyway.
Yeah, it would have been an advantage for his opponent. I mean, they said something about the guy has had a history of, or he's been called a racist. The ref has been called a racist on a few other occasions. I mean, it's just like ridiculous. Like you just made this kid cut his hair.
He looked defeated at the end too.
Yeah, I mean,
I was cheering. He just looked like he was scarred for life.
Oh, he was defeated when the girl was cutting his hair. He was slumped over. He was done.
Yeah, what a team player, though.
That's ridiculous.
What a great guy. Yeah. You know, let him cut his hair.
It doesn't make sense to me. Like,
so he did have a cap on.
Yeah, apparently he had his hair covered. Like gave him no advantage. It's not like he could have like swung his hair and like.
Yeah. Okay, so this definitely went from maybe racist to full on racist.
Yeah. I didn't know you had a cap.
Yeah, we didn't know you.
Yeah. So.
Okay. All right.
I was just saying you can buy caps because my son wrestles.
Yeah.
His boys put their hair in and their little ear things.
Moral of the story: don't wrestle. In Frederick, maybe in Pennsylvania, Virginia, because even like I've heard stories going down to Garrett County.
Yeah.
Like when Zach wrestled, I'm sure that he encountered some people from North or South Garrett High School, and just like it was a terrible environment, just a terrible place to be.
Yeah.
There's some places in Maryland are just really.
Well, that's like anywhere in Dermot.
Dermot, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard that about it, and then I heard other people saying, well, just talking about hair in general. Some people are saying something about the word dreadlock is like a name that was given to us by white people or something like that. I don't know. I didn't
like
really,
nigga, pretty much.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I didn't research that, so I don't know. I still call mine dreads or locks or whatever.
Yeah,
but,
say.
I don't know.
I was just saying,
black people are appropriating white culture.
Yeah, we didn't get into the D.L. Hughley thing. That's another day.
Oh yeah, we'll get into that next time.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna get into that.
But I mean, back to the wrestling season. Didn't just like I don't even know when did it start? Like a couple months ago already.
Yeah, it started a month ago, but it hasn't actually started. I mean, he's had some challenges like in Catoctin, but.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm sure this kid has had at least maybe 3 or 4 other matches. Like, why didn't those refs didn't say anything? So clearly, it wasn't a problem.
So that's what I said. I said I don't think it is a race problem. It might not have been a big of a race problem because I used the example for spikes for track. You're told that you can't use the certain type of spike for track, right?
Oh, you remember the ones that we used?
Yeah, it's like,
dude.
But you use them anyway.
Twice into the freaking track.
Maybe they told him, look, you can't have your hair, so.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, I ain't cutting my hair. Went to a couple meets, everything was fine. And then he just come across this one ref who actually checked him and was just like, look.
I mean, it could be something like that. I don't know. It might be something that's buried in the rule book.
But then again, if you're wearing the cap and that's a blanket statement for the rules, then I mean, it should be fine though.
The only thing I can think of, if I can compare it to tucking your shirt in when you play a sport like basketball, soccer, track, which is a weird, outrageous rule. I never understood the reasoning behind that.
It doesn't make sense at all.
Why do you have to tuck it in? I mean, meanwhile, the high school basketball shorts were like super XLs. And me being me and how skinny I was, how skinny I am, like it just didn't fly.
Dude, you jumping, and it's just...
I was using the same shorts that Todd used, that Todd Cutso used.
That's a huge...
that's a huge difference.
Yeah, he lost a lot of weight, but back in school, he was a big guy.
Well, I mean, the pants fit him.
Yeah.
And for me, like, I don't even know what I did to accommodate myself. I just felt like a M1 street baller.
Wear an extra pair of shorts.
Yeah, you know, that was the style, wearing, like, shorts that are down to, like, the middle of your shin bone. And you're doing, like, behind the back dribbles, like, going across the ground.
Over. Hey.
Like that street basketball volume mixed game.
That was my jam.
That was. Like Space Jam.
All right, well, thank you, everyone, for tuning in this week. Episode 2. We will see you guys back here next week. Please like, subscribe, favorite, leave a comment, share. You know, just anything that will help support us. We would really appreciate it. Again, we're still looking for sponsors and things of that sort. Even if you wanted to, not even sponsor someone, just want to come on and shoot the shit with us for an hour, you know, you're more than welcome to. This is the Lane Change Podcast. Thank you for tuning in.